Hello boys, my name is CoolYoshi. Welcome back to the Giant Battle Stimulator, also known as, I guess... I meant simulator, by the way. Better known as Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom, Sparks of Hope. In the last video, we left off exploring Barrendale Mesa, and we found yet another giant opponent. This one the Wild Claw variety. And so now we're going to have to take it out just like we've done pretty much any other opponent up to this point. The reason why I'm calling this the Giant Battle Simulator is because we're going to do 2 giant battles, not just 1, but 2. This is the first one we're going to be doing. It's a little out of order, but yeah, it is what it is. So we have to defeat the Giant Magnafall here for this setup. So first we need to take a look at its stats. Its stats are targets closest rival to deal enormous amount of damage. From the range, it'll instead use its technique to draw them in close. 4,000 damage that does. That's about half of our health. Attracts all near targets within what seems to be a decent range. It'll use a technique to draw them in close. Its movement is just weak range again, but it looks like it can move all the way up to the top though. And it is another very tanky opponent. It also has some spell raisers for some extra power that is already really tricky. Oh my gosh. What the heck, man? Why is it facing this way? That's weird. That is so weird. Okay, I need to... or fat to actually check. Main effect is weak to gust. That's is weak to ooze. Interesting. I think I'm gonna have to have Mario attack that enemy first to defeat it, but that's where we're probably gonna want to try to explode and get those other enemies to go away. Looks like my setup is gonna be, because Mario doesn't have a great, actually wait, we have to change up our setup, because Rabbit Mario is not gonna cut it at all, really. Instead, we should switch our heals out and bring in Rabbit Rose, our killer. Rabbit Rose, also known as the Giant Boss Slayer. To take him out. This is actually going to be mostly our final party anyway, so we'll just stick those in here. She already has the right set. I think all we really need is use this in case we get into risk, but we're not going to use it right away. As for Rabbit Rose's second ability, she doesn't really have a good ability to use with this, and I don't want the other characters to get screwy. So instead, we're going to use, for the very first time ever, Screech. Enemies within range are repelled from the hero's position. Remember this ability? We had to actually use it. We don't want them to leech us, of course, so the only way to safely get rid of it is to repel him when he gets out of range. And we're going to have to do this maybe a couple times even. And otherwise, she's not going to have any other tap power, because she probably doesn't need it. She can defeat most enemies in one hit anyway, or almost in one hit. For Mario, all you're going to get is Gust and Ooze. So no electric this time, but honestly, we're going to need a lot of raw damage here anyway. That's why we brought in Rabbit Rose, so she can attack stuff right off the bat. She's probably gonna team jump and go right into the battle. But we also need someone to attack this other enemy too. So I'll just have Mario actually go ahead and use you to attack right off the bat. Hopefully move in a way that, like, he only shoots at cloud. Alternatively, we could just have someone dash that enemy instead, but it depends on if they can even reach that. We need to check that first, honestly. So now, what we're gonna do, buff everyone up. Good, we got a smart cooldown reset. Alright, good. Whew, alright. Just wanted to make sure we took out that enemy first before doing anything else. Okay, we don't have anything else to do. Or that we can safely do, so I'll have to unseen right now. I was hoping to wait on that. No safety spot here. So yeah, this is once again gonna be our main DPS, since she can do a lot of damage to that enemy right away. And from there, we're simply just hoping that they use the lure attack at all. We'll have to run away a lot, of course. Wow, that's a lot of damage already. On just Rabbid Peach alone.
Seriously?
Just these minions alone have gotten us a lot of enemy. Sheesh. Haven't even done the next part yet, and they're already getting us a lot. Okay, well, Rabbid H's turn is going to be surprisingly simple. Can't let him move, so we have to heal up most of the health. Then we'll protect for the second turn and throw them behind cover, because oh my, they're going to die if they don't. Yeah, I certainly learned this battle the hard way. Don't, not behind cover, mate. That would be much harder.
Okie dokie.
You can still use Hero Sight and maybe attack with Mario, depending on the setup, but everything else of us probably just gonna have to be behind cover, guaranteed. And from here, we're just gonna have to keep on slowly damaging the Longclaw and hope for the best. Because of what happened, though, I'm not ready to time these boys. And I know it's called Uni, I just say it that way because that's what Rabbids says anyway, so I figured it's easier to do that. This will actually work out because she has the stasis ability now. Signs the enemy will take a little bit more damage. And so now the Wild Claw is active. The others will be stunned for a few rounds. We're gonna have to probably go back and keep attacking them, but at least they'll be stunned for a round or two. Yeah, this is really good, especially when you can use... Oh, hello. Well, that's actually pretty simple to fix. We just need to attack this barrel right behind us to get hit there, but it didn't really do anything. Oh, the Spark avoided the cooldown again. That's really great. So we can do another damage build again. We need more attacks. And Spark Refresher happened again. Oh my gosh, we're getting really lucky with that. Alright, portal removed. We don't have to deal with that anymore. Move Rabbids to more around here instead. Trick this enemy into not going the right way as a result. Now the real problem will be if he lures us in, obviously. We also don't really have much we can do to avoid stuff once he does that. To be very careful. And of course, gotta remember that enemy has a 4,000 damage attack that you can do. We now know that, which is about almost half of our health right now. What does that have? Okay, I should just check it via the portal. Ah, the same thing, but this time they're in the completely wrong area. It's nothing that we have to be worried about, so what we should do instead is Rabbids should just be as close to this enemy as he shapely can be. Well, actually, wait, no, we can't have that happen. Alright, again, our range is not really good. We'll have to use Unseen again. Super fresh again.
Oh yeah.
Okay, good. Mate, Regular Peach can still, Rabbid Peach can still attack from that range.
Let's go.
Okay, I'm still running as much as I can here.
Yarn.
Now what? Rabbid Peach will attack, I guess. Mario needs to attack as well. Just gotta keep fighting and waiting. This is certainly one of the most tankiest opponents we've ever encountered in this whole game. It has the most HP and the most damage overall. I think how that enemy still fought anyway. Even though it practically did nothing. Yeah, that's a lot of enemies. There's no reason to even be in that area. After all, we just have to defeat this guy, so that should be our focus here. Alright. Of course, we can't dash the enemy right now. Probably should have used the boost first before I did that. A bit late to do that now. I guess one thing we could also technically do is use the Wild Claw as a minion to help out a bit. I'm trying to LOS these enemies so they don't attack us. By the way, no, that's not a weird mechanic. LOS stands for line of sight, basically meaning how close the enemies are to us. I think on this next turn is when I want to use my other ability. Or we could just nap time them as well. That could probably work better. He's probably gonna get alerted. But he has resistance, so he only takes 2k damage instead. Funnily enough, Mario didn't get hit by the other things. Alright, so this is where I think I want to unlure them, or rather stun them, or do something else. But honestly, I've been wanting to use this for a while. Let's do this. Whoop-de-goo. So we're gonna whoop-de-go this guy, and he's gonna go all the way to the edge of the map. He's no longer gonna be a problem at that point. Now we have to play our range. But other characters might be better off just not even attacking, honestly. Keep attacking if you can. Obviously, having good ranged weapons is the best here. But also having abilities that can damage the opponent as they move is also really great.
Hey!
Don't know how far Mario can go, but I want to use that reason to try and see how far we can get away from the enemies. It's like about there.
Alright!
Oh, nice crits. Alright, cool. Alright, so once again, they're skipping their turns. It's kind of funny that they go into a sentry spot, but they don't actually attack anyone after that. It's so weird. Alright, we're almost done with him.
Here goes.
Yeah, Rabbids just finished him off.
Weirdo.
Alright. I think I will actually agree with you, Rabbids. That I did look like a weirdo, actually. What? A black guy that's already... actually, I should say a black wildflower. That's even darker because of the foul attraction thing. It was indeed a foul attraction. Yeah, I tried to stop myself best I can. Sorry if anyone was hurt by that. I think we're all fine. Well, may as well continue the boss takeout spree now. Since we already took out one of them, may as well take out a second one. We'll start by opening the map to do just that. I don't know why I said it like that, but whatever. We're gonna do that. I know this is kind of a weird route, but I wanted to get these gold prism stuff done right away so I can just have all that accessed. As for which character I'm gonna do next on it, I honestly don't know. But I want to have this done just to say that I pretty much did everything I could before beating the final boss. Of course, now we get to see Circe's stronghold. Alright, so now we have one more thing to do in Terra Fora. That's where we're going to go. That's, of course, to do the spark pipe over here as well. We might end up keeping our same abilities, or at least changing only a few. Because again, if we can pull the... I guess it depends. We might want to pull the enemies in, depending on the setup. Let's quickly heal up as well. Oh wow, an already pretty annoying enemy, and now we have to deal with it as an AoE enemy with our stuff. Oh my goodness, this is gonna be ridiculous. And if in case you're wondering why I'm so worried, well, that's because I know exactly what this enemy is, and it's the Magikoopa Prime, the ultimate version of Magikoopa, which... They were already annoying enemies to deal with, and now we have to deal with an even tougher version of that. I don't know what's gonna happen, but I hope that we're okay.
Yo!
That's all I'm hoping. Okay, I see the pipe.
Woohoo!
First, we need to unlock that. There we go. It's actually called Magikoopa the Magnificent. So I guess it could technically be called Kamek then, since it's like the bad, right? But, nah. It would also look different. So yeah. Magikoopa the Magnificent battle. Let's do it. This is the last of the guild opponents we have to defeat. We did do them a little out of order, but that's fine. Now I have no idea what's going to even be in this battle, so we'll see. About the same HP, and we also have, oh frick, it's this guy, again. And oozers, as per usual, need to be here. Alright, well, we need the oozer's weakness, and we need the sweetness, since they're both really hard to defeat, so looks like we don't have much of a choice here. I don't think I'm gonna need the repel, so if anything, should have a bit more damage maybe this time around. So, oh, we already have Gust. We just need Electroid, or rather, we already have Zephyr Star, and we just need Electroid, and then we'll play Screech for. I personally want to make it rain electric stuff, so Electro Getting will be Rabbit Rose's other ability, and we might actually use that right at the start here to see what we can do here.
Let's go.
Now what will we do? We'll start with a Turbo Charge at the very beginning of the battle. Ooh, action point earned. Nice. Might not want to use the second one in case that gives extra action points to the other characters too. Okay, now I need to use.
Alright. Yeah.
Let's do this on these enemies. Well, that worked. Whoa, okay. That was not great. Did not expect that to happen at all, that's for sure. I think we can fix this, but the way I'd have to do it is by using a nap time. So instead, I'm going to go over and first use it to this character in case we get another action point back. Ah, only one, only two. Okay. Whatever. Just use this instead then.
Beat it.
Then Mario doesn't really have much he can do. There's also not really a safe spot to go, so honestly, I think we're just gonna nap time right off the bat. Oh, we can't reach him. Never mind. Change plan. We're gonna just attack him instead. Only this will give us enough damage.
Hard to do.
Oh, actually, I should just check his abilities. So he has a technique to summon 6 Goomba allies. Summons passive Goombas to attack enemies instead of directly range. He's allowed to increase his damage to its allies. In power, generates effect. Its movement is, wow, a lot. So it's basically the Goomba ambusher. So instead of actually attacking with enemies, it uses Goombas. So it's like the ultimate minion master. So it doesn't actually have an initial attack on itself. Instead, it just infinitely summons Goombas instead. Oh boy, Goombas, our worst nightmare. That's probably not going to actually be that much of a problem. We've dealt with Goombas like 1,500 times already. We could certainly deal with it more. If anything, what will happen is Mario will just keep attacking them. This single ability will pretty much cancel out the whole effect. So as long as Mario has Hero Shot, yeah, this might actually be the easiest boss in the whole game.
Oh yeah!
We even got rid of the other enemy too. Alright. And I wasn't kidding. I think Mario, just with this fight alone, can easily deal with all the enemies. And if any reach us, we could just attack later anyway. So I think there's no reason why we shouldn't just start firing on this guy exclusively and not even bother doing anything else. Also, don't really need cover since we're gonna attacking most of the enemies anyway. Alright, he moved a bit farther away, which is a bit annoying.
Sleepy time.
Alright. And no, I'm not trying to call a joke, by the way, or do anything else random. Unless specific random setups happen, I think this might be one of the easiest battles in the game, because if a Goomba moves, it's just gonna get defeated immediately at the very start of the battle, since they all only have one hit point each. Just attack, and just keep defeating them each time they move up, so they won't even get to do anything. They'll just keep moving, getting defeated. So really, most of the damage will come from the Goombas. Of course, there is still the Goombas to deal with, but wait, we could just run away from that. Okay, alright, now this is becoming a bit more of a problem. Okay, alright, so they're not making it easy on us, that's for sure. Oof. So, yeah. So the guy's real threat isn't necessarily the boss itself. That's the easy part. The tough part is the minions. There just seems to be an endless stream of these minions coming out of the freaking portals. That's how we're gonna get destroyed, probably, I imagine. So we have to keep making sure we deal with the portals there for every mission. As for which portal I want to mainly focus on, I don't know. Depends on the setup. Probably have to, yeah, just use this or so. Take out these users so they don't do their stupid cheat ability again. We don't have anything else to do with Rabbid Peach except heal, so we'll just do it, why not?
That's that healing journey.
Alright. Well, because of this guy's ability to summon minions, probably the best thing I could actually do is maybe be a bit more aggressive and go up right next to him. And while this will seem scary at first, remember his ability to summon all the Koopas? We can kind of stop that with an Eevee, so let's do that. Put him to nap, and yeah, we won't have to deal with that ability for a bit. Also, when these enemies come out, they'll be really weakened. They just die right away. Unfortunately, it didn't quite happen, so should take a bit more damage.
Don't. Okay, that's it.
Yeah, that's it. Exactly right, bitch. Now you know how much I hate these freaking alien enemies.
Woohoo! All right. Let's go.
Oh wait, I didn't even see what happened. How did Rabbit... I'm restarting that. That's cheap. Rabbit Peach should not have been defeated by that. I think the ooze straight up take her out. I don't know what happened, but...
Let's go.
It was really trolly, that's for sure. Okay, well, this is not gonna change. We're
Let's
still
go.
gonna have this electric backup.
Haha. All right.
But that's not gonna change at all. Big difference is I'm considering just hashing at enemy right off the bat. Just get it out of the way.
Finally.
For those of you who don't know, the ooze effect, the thing that was already on me, probably did like a ridiculous amount of damage, and that's actually what took me out. Sheesh, well at that rate, we're gonna have to start attacking those stupid portals just to get rid of those inner enemies. We did not get an action point. We don't have enough range to go up here, we'll just do this. Now I'm a bit worried because of what happened the last time. Okay. Don't think he has zero shot left this time, so it's gonna be a bit trickier. Goombas this time. We still have our electric ability now. I should have just done this first. I don't know why I wasn't doing that. This is probably actually better for me to just go here instead. Alright.
Real.
There we go. So I wasn't too worried about the other enemies. In fact, the main thing that defeated us wasn't even the normal enemies, the patterns, or the Goombas. Those were the easy part. The hard part was actually dealing with the frickin' portals. And yes, people are probably confused what happened. Well, there is a single status bet I completely forgot about that I kind of missed when doing the secondary thing. That special effect is a single effect setup we like to call Ooze. And one of Ooze's effects is its damage over time. That meant the overtime did more than 300 damage. Or plus, or so. Basically, she got nerfed somehow. She had 4k HP. And then the Ooze just straight up defeated her. In one shot, might I add. One shot. That might be the most single broken ability I've seen in a long time. And... yeah. Guess this battle is not easy. I shouldn't have said that. Figures. Of course, when I say that, something goes wrong. Something just has to go wrong after all. Ah, great. Again, we don't have a good position with Rabbit. I might just have to move Rabbit Rose over there. I don't care if she gets the wound. As long as she has regular Mario backing up, she should be fine mostly anyway. Well, because of this, we're gonna have to go over it unseen then. I wasn't gonna use this at all, but looks like I'm gonna have to unseen here, so they don't focus on a aim.
Wow.
Obviously, if we can stop the summoning, that'd still be great, but, like, the Oozers are gonna be the biggest problem here, mainly.
All right. Oh, yeah.
This is what I was hoping not to get, having that. Because then there's no way we can avoid the air enemies, and that's when they might get a bit dangerous. We do have an electric ability that we can use to clean them up once in a while, but we use that at the very start. So if they do any damage, it's going to be very deadly. Alright, well, let's start by removing these enemies.
Oh, satisfying.
Protect now, for map's sakes, because if we don't, we're definitely gonna die. Then you're gonna use Hero Shot again. We're not gonna use the Electro attack with that, and then I'm gonna figure out who I dash. Probably safest to just dash the closest enemy's ears. I'm gonna check my uni now. Okay, we can hit him with that. Good. This is what we're gonna do. Attack with our other two characters first. And Peach is now gonna attack as well. And yes, the big problem with the ooze, it basically came in a very awkward time and just kind of destroyed us. This might freeze some of the Guas too, so not all of them will be able to move. Good. And the ones that can live will be defeated by us. Okay, that's fine. Now this is not fine. So if we want to safely deal with that, we need to somehow find enough range to take that out, but we can't do that without getting really close with it. Bells. Before we do anything, we should probably use the electric attack first. Alright, I think my best other way of dealing with this is just gonna be to use electric and hope for the best. Oh, the portal changed also. They spawned it back farther. I think if we want to play it safe, we're probably just going to have to avoid the enemies altogether for a bit. And just single-handedly focus on this one portal instead. If you wonder what my mistake was, it was using Hero Shot or something else and then not taking out the enemy right away. Oh my gosh. Yeah, hit that. And then hit the portal directly. That. Then Rabbid Peach hits the remaining damage on the portal to destroy it. So we don't want any users in our face, obviously. And then we'll keep our magic effect for later. Move that. He's a little bit closer, but maybe not, I guess, because of the other ability. Okay, no, wait, she has to move a bit closer. Let's do this then, instead. Honestly, don't... she takes a bit of damage and maybe gets used, but we definitely need to keep Rabbid Peach alive. The reason why I was set before was because Rabbid Peach was behind, and I definitely don't like it. She's our like main healing character. That's actually why I reset. Mostly over frustration and the fact that somehow for all that madness died. Which is not what I wanted to have happen at all. Okay, now they're doing what they should be doing, which is nothing! Now you get what I mean. Alright, now we're gonna go in here and use this electric attack to just destroy all these enemies. This might damage it a bit, but I don't care. To make sure that we defeat these other enemies first. If we need to, we can always unseen to get out of the way, which we'll probably have to do. Actually, no, we can fix that problem by just team jumping. That's what we'll do.
Okay.
I think I need to go like here to avoid them, so this is where I'll go instead. I think the big problem was I didn't think to move Rabbid Peach enough, so the Boozers kept on hitting her a bit, and that's what ultimately led us to get destroyed. But now, there's not even nearly as many as there were before. We also have a safety turn where we can just heal up to full anyway. So
Healing vibes, literally.
Oh yeah!
now we just heal shot with Mario and attack the Magic Koopa again. See. So I was somewhat correct. The Magic Koopa is one of the easier of the opponents. The reason why I got annoyed before was because, of course, the users somehow happened to hit us with all of those attacks. But this time they're actually doing what they're supposed to be doing, so that's good.
Let's go!
And of course, they're doing nothing. So as long as we keep this side up, we should be fine now.
No!
Let's just hold them back so that they get moved around a bit. And destroyed in the process. As Uni, so she can make this last for the full turn, so she can go right up and start attacking. Right in the face. We do not have an attack, so we won't use that, I guess. And, well, because of what happened last time, I think I'm just gonna have Rabbid Peach sit back there and do absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. Or, actually, it'd probably be better to go here. Safer, actually.
Hold still, will ya?
Otherwise, though, it's just keep attacking. It's a bit annoying that we wasted time on a one battle like this because Rabbid Peach got defeated so early. And like I said, Rabbid Peach is our main buffer. Her getting defeated is probably the worst that could have happened. It was all because the moves for some reason pays and did extra damage.
Alright!
Good. Nothing happened there. Nothing happened there. Good. Alright. I think we found the sweet spot here. Really do much over here. And now Rattlers will finish off the boss. And there we go. That was a surprisingly long battle for just being a giant battle. My only question now is, how much longer? What's coming up next? Is Cursa gonna be even stronger? Or what else is gonna happen? I don't know, man. So we got a gold prism now. And we should just go ahead and unlock all the trees we can't unlock yet. We'll just do it in order from most important to least important. Starting with, I'm gonna unlock Bowser's tree first. Then I did Edge's tree, then Peach's tree, and then finally Rabbid Luigi's tree. Sorry, mate, but this is kind of what happens. You're not really the strongest character after all, so yeah. But With that in mind, that means there will be no giant opponents anymore. We've pretty much gotten all the stuff we can from those. Of course, I did say I was gonna finish the video. Jeez, get it right, Tim. Get it right, Yoshi. On the high note. For that reason, we're not going to end the episode quite yet. We have one more battle to do, and then we'll be pretty much done with all the other collectibles. From there, all we really have to do then is go to Cursa's domain and defeat her, and that's going to be it. We don't know how long it's going to take, but we'll see. We're already at the max level, though, so there's not really any point in continuing more, so we'll probably just try to speedrun through it, if anything. We don't know if it's going to be a final dungeon, though, or if it's just going to be a boss setup. Just note that the characters you're seeing right now, and most of their sparks, that's what I want for the final battle. I picked them up for a specific reason, because I want them to be like that for the final battle, so that we can have that damage should we need it. Even if it ends up being an AoE battle and we take a bit longer, it's fine. We have Rabbid Mario at least for some AoE damage if we really want to. We could bring him in for a turn if we want, but otherwise I think I'm use Rabbit Rose. It only makes sense that we finish the battle with her anyway. Alright, now what do we do? Well, I think from the looks of it, we're gonna have to go back up and first hit that frickin' switch a bunch more to get back over to the middle part of the map. Gotta move that crane over after all. We haven't had to move the crane in a while, but I think we're gonna have to move it as part of the next trick now. So we can't just have it stay in the same spot again. So we're gonna have to first go back over to wherever the crane might be. I know, this video might take a bit longer, but that's fine. It's not you guys want anyway. Okay, we can't go there. Okay, well, first we have to go back there. Oh, okay, never mind. We don't need to move the crane. We just go here. It's pretty easy, actually. I was just over-predicting where I need to go. Alright, Dirt Miss Unchained. What's gonna happen here? I wonder. I have no idea. I might just use these two characters. I'll take it easy. We'll see what happens here. Dark Mess Uncontained. Defeat 15 enemies, so survival battle again. Or sort of survival battle. I have no idea where the enemies are, though. Well, it's more of these Magic Koopas and Green Oozers again. Alright, well, I don't want to have those enemies in my way, so... those you will now have Zephyr Star, and then I'll give Mario... We already have Electric. Let's do Aquanox, actually. Nothing else is going to change. We're going to actually keep these tiers as they are, and we'll try to go through the turns fast, but it's going to be a long battle otherwise. Another battle where we're pretty much in for the long haul. Well, since we're not going to be any range of anyone... Okay, get as close to the guys as we can. Alright. And we don't have much else to do. There's not even a lot of range for us to even use other abilities as well, so we're better off just passing the turn and waiting for the enemies to do stuff, because that's what we have to do in this battle, clearly. Alright, now what? Yeah, the question now is what now? Alright, I think I want to send both of these characters over first. I'll buff them up, why not? Mario, regular Mario that is. I keep saying them, you know, instead of Mario. It's so weird. Alright. Mario, why don't you just go ahead and use your buildings?
All right.
Will you smash this time?
Let's go.
Well,
Oh yeah.
okay, I did not stop on him. I keep forgetting that ability exists. Honestly, it doesn't really matter. As for where I'm going with the second one, I'm gonna go here a bit. Play it a bit safer. At Res on Arab, we'll probably get a bit closer. What I meant by else, I mean like just only like this close. And we already know how bad the Uzer is. That's actually why I picked those over Rabbid Mario. I figured he'd have a little bit more damage for single targets, so we can take out those tinkier targets a bit faster with that.
Yawn. Yeesh.
Of course, thanks to our special ability, we can pass through to Owls, basically. Good. Now we pass the turn and wait for the enemies to do their thing again. Of course, we get hit through the wall because that's what those dudes cheat. They don't care about card, they'll just attack you whenever.
So uncool.
Alright. Now what? I guess we probably should have included the AoE enemy, but it's too late to go back on it now.
Oh yeah.
Seriously?
Hard to do.
Weirdo.
Good. Alright, we made sure we defeated the enemy. So why not? This one. Alright, time to keep passing a turn and watch as the enemy army increases even further. We'll probably want to take out most of the non-enemies first. Okay, good. We're getting nice resistances.
All right.
These are gonna be here. do stuff.
Oh,
Alright. Does that stack? I have no idea. Okay, well that didn't seem to stack. It just did the same damage again.
Hey! That's that healing journey.
The problem enemy here is not necessarily all the other ones, it's the magic Koopas. Also, I definitely should have brought more explosions. I did not know that there were so many of the enemies here. This might be even a harder battle than I make it up to be. Well, for first, though, we're gonna need to focus on the enemy that's right in front of us. Oh, we didn't even go for the right one. The actual weakness was ooze. This Mario has a useless ability, which is not good.
okie dokie.
Yeah, I think for a fact we're gonna have to tackle every single Magic Koopa first before we do anything else. There's just gonna keep firing through our abilities. It's gonna get way too many. We definitely need to make sure we take them out first, if anything. Good. One less Magic Koopa to worry about. Then we'll have to probably start retreating from the enemies, pretty much. But attack this user as we move back. Oh, we should also use that town now, too. That works better. And this is, if there wasn't enough enemies already, there's gonna be even more now. Those, I want you to team up so you can be nice and far away from the enemies. I'll have you stop like here. Protect our characters and then have or Rabbid Peach or somebody else defeat a dude. Her.
Hey!
Oh yeah!
Drop water.
All right.
Rocks, that is. Hope he doesn't get poisoned and killed like he did last time. The reason why I'm running away is obvious. Newton's does not have her down yet, so I can't safely go in. By the way, he still does damage, even through barriers. So that's something that you need to know.
Alright!
Finally! It's about time I actually got off. The first time I did it, it didn't even move at all. Okay, that one went on to... Yeah, it's gonna resist it anyway. Okay, that time we only took 90 for some reason. I don't know what happened before that made us take a lot of damage.
Healing vibes, literally.
Let's go!
Meatness has already been right a bit anyway. Okay, I guess we can technically use it to guarantee get out this our enemy, the spark one. So why not do that? Guarantee that this enemy gets defeated. Otherwise, we're gonna have even more Magic Koopas to deal with. They just don't seem to leave us alone. Because
Okay.
focusing most of my efforts on them, in case you haven't already noticed.
Yawn.
Not enough crits to take him out. Very unfortunate, really. Well, now we have to protect again. Okay, it's on cooldown now. Can't do anything else past the turn now. Okay, still defeated an enemy. I really want the magic goodness of the Inverser seems. They just...
Whoa.
Of course, there's lots of healers now.
Whoa.
Now what's gonna happen? Alright, 300 damage, not a big a deal yet. It's not like we can run from this immediately. We have to keep fighting no matter what happens. Figuring out what to do is going to be how we win this battle. This otherwise really tricky and annoying battle that just seems to have nothing but supporters here. I think we've gone a bit too far in, and also there's too many supporters in the area, even if we tried. I have a crazy turn I just came up with. That turn is go over, have Mario stomp an enemy to actually defeat it. Like this. And then just inch himself all the way over here instead of in that other area. And hopefully take out another enemy, but also hide at the same time. I think I'm gonna have him hide here, and we're gonna attack that second support, because as you saw there, we left a bit too many supports on the table, and they just kept on healing non-stop, so we definitely need to change our strategy up a bit. As for the rain one, I'm considering whether or not to defeat the magic. Well, definitely he's gonna be the most threatening anyway.
Creep.
And then we'll run back home. Back in. It's a little bit of a risky move I did with Mario, not gonna lie, but if we really need to, he has a healing item we could use on him. We really need. Probably need to use. We'll see though. Maybe not. We'll see. Yeah. That was the hands. Okay, good. So that only disabled his attack, which we don't need anyway. Time to use our items. We haven't used these in a while.
Oh yeah!
Alright. I know the user is typically the most
Alright!
so I'm gonna dash him when he gets hit. Just to guarantee he has close to low health by the time we get to the end. And then Mario doesn't really have anything else to do, so we're gonna start falling back entirely. That to the next level. We'll have to bait the enemies to come over to us first. It'll seem silly, like I'm not going to give Mario attack because of that, but it can work. Oh, I have a weird setup here, actually. The enemy just barely doesn't die, but if we nap time them first, and then attack him, then he will. Oh, we'll do that.
Finally.
Then, as for the one we want to choose to wake up, this one. Choose.
Oh, clever.
Oh yeah.
Okay, mostly, I guess I kind of overreacted a bit. The main thing I wanted to do, I guess, was just try to stun them in some way, shape, or form. And that's how we were gonna do that. Oh, good thing we moved, because the enemies started coming on this side now. We're almost over an hour on this video. This whole battle is taking over 50 minutes long just because of how many enemies there are, how many turns there are, and how long each enemy takes to defeat. Feels like forever, that's for sure. What's your weakness? Well, you're not resistant to Gust, so we can use a Gust combo to take out one enemy. Whoa, that was close.
Okie dokie.
Creep.
That works. Alright. We're not gonna free this enemy yet. In fact, we'll just pass the turn. This seems to be a key thing of the battle. Just pass the turn, like 15 times in a row until the enemies decide to move over to where we are. Okay, defeating one of the supports is probably the easiest way to finish off this battle. Let's start by using this so it gets defeated. Alright, guaranteed to be defeated. Now we have to start team jumping.
Okay.
And since they're very far away, we're gonna go close to the right as we possibly can with each character.
Woohoo!
Mario is gonna make it to this part. Not bad. That's actually pretty close already. I don't want H to necessarily stay behind, but I don't really have a good turn except healing and protecting these characters. So you know what? I will later behind, and Mario will go for a takeout on the enemy. So they'll have to move as far over as they can, of course. Good. Okay, those got pretty close, actually. You might actually be able to hit something early. Okay. Yeah, I guess we're attacking this guy. Okay, didn't quite defeat it. And we have nothing else to do. End the turn. Quickly. Good, they're not attacking. That guy didn't even do anything. He just kind of stood there and looked at us. After this battle, we're probably going to end it, that's for sure. I didn't say necessarily that the battles would be around 50 minutes. I'm just saying that the battles will not be cut short due to long content mainly. Basically, I want to get through the playthroughs a bit faster, so if the videos end up being longer because of it, that's probably why. And there we go, we're finally out of this battle. Well, if I could say anything, I probably should have actually bought in Rabbid Mario. I don't know, I was lazy. I didn't want to switch out my character since I already know this is probably, I want this to be my final party. So, of course we're gonna go back. Like, obviously, with all that's happened, Mario and Rabbid Peach pretty much have to be on the team. Otherwise, it wouldn't really be a good battle otherwise. And as for the remaining characters, since Rabbid Rose only appears in this game, it makes sense to include her, which also is fine because she has a lot of damage anyway. So, I think this will be the best party we can use.
Yay!
And I guess since we have shop time still, why not check for purchases we can do? Okay, only one missing, unfortunately. Well, almost got them all. I think we'll have to get the remaining ones through, like, the treasure finding ability or whatever it is called, but... It was a long video, but I think it was worth it. We got 88%, so that's our maximum completion. At least one of the highest percentages you can have before battling Cursa, which is really great, but it's probably going to award a lot of percent too, so we're going to get a lot more, maybe up to 90% once we defeat Cursa, but of course that means the video has to end itself now, so I hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like you enjoyed, comment, rate, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.